And East Texas County looks at a new option to protect groundwater. Good evening and thank you for joining us. Today, Wood County leaders discussed a new Groundwater Conservation District, one that state lawmakers hope to create next year. KLTV7's JD Conti has more tonight from the county judge and one of the lawmakers pushing for this plan.
But they'll take over groundwater. I mean, it's as simple as it is, because it's happening across the state.
East Texas groundwater has been a target for outside buyers, leaving some officials like Wood County Judge Kevin White wondering, how do we protect it?
Adding a layer of bureaucracy to people's lives is not something that I want to do, but we had to do something because this is the only avenue left to do it.
This morning, county leaders discussed joining the Northeast Texas Groundwater Conservation District, which doesn't exist yet. Legislators like State Representative Cole Hefner of Mount Pleasant hope to make it a reality next session.
When we come together like this, 15, 16, 18 counties, we can throw a pretty good punch.
As it stands right now, Wood County, along with much of the surrounding area, doesn't have a groundwater conservation district. That means large projects, once they have the land rights, can come in and pump as much groundwater as they want, with little to no resistance.
It is the only tool in the toolbox to protect us from somebody taking our water and piping it out of here.
Hefner says he's spoken to leaders across the region about joining the district. While nothing is final, Hefner says they won't be putting meters on personal or agricultural wells. He says existing commercial customers can likely expect a single-digit increase on their bills to fund operating costs and potential legal battles.
We need resources to fight the big cities, to fight the big commercial interests that may be trying to take our water. And so you have to have something there for the GCD to work with.
JD Conti, KLTV7 News.
Looking ahead, the Wood County Commissioners Court has a special meeting set for next week to possibly hire the lawyer representing other counties.